What's up, guys? Crazy Black 108 here, and I'm back with another video. And surprisingly and luckily, through a little bit of wiggling and trying to figure it out, today we have an unboxing to do. Y'all probably know what this is. Alright, so go in here, tear this open. We got another box inside the box, right? And thankfully so, I have a little blade that I can actually use to cut this open with this time instead of trying to do everything the other way around. Let's see here about this. Go through and cut that there too. Inside here we have none other than a regular Adidas box. I guess I didn't get the memo the past month. That's alright. We'll look for next year for the Rose 12s. But, you know, it's cool. You know, servers, you got D Rose 11 right here. I'll stop playing with y'all. Let y'all see it. Ooh. Ooh. Rose 11's first time in hand. And this is the Phoenix colorway, as we've seen a lot of the past couple days, because there's that pack coming out, as far as we know right now, China exclusive, that gives you this colorway of the 11s and then the Brenda colorway of the Rose 1s as a retro. Wow, these feel pretty nice in hand, and honestly, off rip holding these in hand feel very similar to holding these in hand. And this is my favorite shoe, like I said, the hoop-in, so that's giving me good vibes here. And you know, that traction is the exact same, so that's big blessings. Oh man, let's look inside over here too. Same thing with these D Rose 11. Yo, all right, so let's start taking these in. Looking at this shoe on this upper right here, you know, I don't see it saying this officially on the material, but this material is like a fused synthetic upper to me that's used here. You do have the Adi0 branding right there, and to me, what that tells me a lot of how this upper looks reminds me very much of sprint web, especially when you look here in these panels where you have the three stripes here on this side. Whether you're on this side or even on the lateral side, you can see the webbing in there. So I'm just gonna go off on a limb, and without any official tech specs released, I'm gonna say that this is a sprint web used here in this upper, mixed with a new different type of fuse. This knit right here for the toe box, that is the toe box design that's taken from like the Rose 4s. That knit right there reminds me of, oh, what does that really, it's very reminiscent of something they used on another Rose shoe, or maybe it was on another Adidas shoe a while back. It's not like what they use in those next levels, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a woven that's like a little bit more rigid and not as soft as a prime knit, but also not as soft as like regular woven. It's stitched in multi-directions, which I believe is to make, you know, the knit stronger and tighter to help keep it, maintain its shape, and also keep your foot, keep, you know, the lock down there. And it looks like fits pretty snug to the toe. You look at this heel piece here, this stable, I'm gonna call it like this like a stable frame here that they have here that comes from the back of the heel and follows you up to the forefoot here. This, I believe, is part of like the carrier that's used to, one, keep your foot on the foot bed of the shoe, but also to use on this light strike for the midsole, which is pretty cool. The light strike in hand, at least when you press on, feels nice. The traction on the outsole is this, I love that so much. It's, you know, it's meant to be, the designer, from what I remember reading about, is that this is kind of like Flames in terms of the design. It's the same outsole pattern that's used for the Rose 7s, but it was designed in the idea that Derek's game is very explosive and, you know, fiery, and so that these are the flames going up, and that's what the pattern is. But as far as I know, it's just a super good, you know, herringbone. You do have this cutout in here that the coordinates that they have on here is for the design lab, I believe that's in Brooklyn. So that's kind of cool there. On the outsole here too as well, you do have it where it says Rose, and that's put in there too. You have these 4 stars, which are from the Chicago flag. And then The detail underneath this is, you know, translucent outsole. Underneath this is the wings of the Phoenix, and this says always rise, and I think it's the same on the other side too, so that's super dope. I love that. That's a really cool piece to it. Also here back on the heel, this upper, wow, that's nicely padded. This collar is really nicely padded. And same with the tongue. This reminds me of, like, again, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this feels like a memory foam, so I'm gonna say this is probably GeoFit. Just knowing Adidas and their tech and the Rose line, I'm gonna assume this is GeoFit here, and it's used also here on the tongue, here on this front padding here, but also here on the back, where on the back of the tongue too, it also says always rise. But the thing I was about to really talk about is on the back here, you have it where it says Rose 11, but then you have this logo right here. On some models and some colorways, I mean, of the 11, there will be a big D Rose logo right here on the back heel, which will be dope. But for this colorway, because it's the Phoenix colorway, you have the Phoenix that is, you know, rising there on the back, which is pretty dope. Let's go in here and see if we got any padding inside here. No paper, no. So let's pop this out real quick. So regular insoles that we're used to seeing from Adidas currently, has a D Rose logo there though, which is dope. I'll slide that back in here. Wow, this is pretty cool. Let's see if it's any different for the other side. The other side is the exact same insole and same words on the back for the always rise. But now, you know, let's try them on foot and see how these fit. So that tongue is a one-piece upper that keeps your foot contained. That's gonna be similar to the 7s. Smell pretty good on the inside too. Okay, so the actual important things you guys want to know about is, you know, sizing on these shoes. So, like I said before, I'll break it down for you guys more often in an easier way for you to understand, I think, is that when I go to the store and I try on my shoes, or I get my foot measured actually, my foot measures out at like right past a 9.5 inching much closer to a 10, okay? So most of my shoes I should be getting in a size 10. However, and a lot of the Rose shoes or the Adidas basketball shoes to hoop in, I usually go down half a size, because going down half a size gives me a more snug and secure fit, so my foot isn't sliding around as much in the footbed, and it's just better for my play, right? So in the Rose 11s, I went down half a size just because that's what I usually do off a rip, to a size 9.5, and I think as of right now, first try on, haven't played any games in them, fits perfect. Along with the fact that I did try them on then with the speed wraps. So I put on a speed wrap, put them on. When I tried those on, again, 9.5 is a good fit. However, I will say this much. If you put them on without the speed wrap, this ankle collar right here, the way it's sculpted and designed is to really hug your ankle well. So when I put it on without the speed wrap, my ankle was in here nicely and secure, which was good. I could feel all the padding and stuff, which was very nice. But then when I went and put the speed wrap on, I could feel my foot was kind of sliding out, because the way the collar of the speed wrap is here, it just was sliding against that material, and it wasn't allowing my ankle to sit in there and really get hugged the way it should. However, if you go through and you lace them all the way up here to the top, and then you tie it back up and you secure the lockdown fully, your foot doesn't slide out at all, which is nice. So that's a good thing. So facts about the Rose 11s. This shoe is, according to East Bay and a couple other retailers, releasing on November 1st stateside for a wonderful retail price of $120. I have no clue how these are going to perform myself off rip, because I haven't played in them, but I can give you my assumption. Taking the traction from the Rose 7s, which I love, with the way the lockdown secure fit of the upper is, I think the lockdown and traction going to be A1. What I'm not sure about is the midsole, the light strike. Light strike may be the one thing that some people maybe either like or they'll hate. It's not boost, it's not bounce. I know some people hate the light strike on the Hardens. Some people liked it though on the next levels. So it just depends. Because again, like I was saying in the video I did a couple months back, when you look at these midsoles now, and I got them both here in person, okay? This is the exact same midsole as what you have on here. And for my little bit of playing in these, I didn't really like them, but I didn't really break them in. That's the thing we gotta remember too sometimes when we wear these shoes, is that we have to break in the midsole and the material to really get it to have its responsiveness. Boost used to kind of be like that for some people. You used to have to play a couple games or a couple hours before your boost is really responsive, because you have to, you know, make it not get triggered, make it get activated, you know. So maybe it's the same thing. with the light strike, but that's how I felt when I put in these. We'll see what it's like in here, because also just because the midsole shape is the exact same, the way they did the compound and these potentially could be different, but I'm assuming since it's the exact same setup, in terms of like how the molds and things like that, maybe not. The traction though is the same from the 7s, so I'm putting a lot of faith in it. I'm putting a lot of faith in it, but I don't think it will be bad. And then two, like I just said, the cool callbacks to the rest of the Rose line stuff comes in the form of the Adi Zero and the Sprint Web, and then this toe box here, which, like I talked about before in those videos, it's the exact same as what you have on the 4s, which is cool, especially when you realize that the 4s are getting retro next year with what appears to be a bounced midsole. So, there's that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the D Rose 11s and this Phoenix colorway. It's really cool. For people that don't understand what the Phoenix colorway is meant to represent, and the whole, what's it say, always rise, is that, Phoenix, when they die, the idea, like the mythological aspect of it is that, they get reborn and they, they reignite. Have you seen Harry Potter? What's that, Chamber of Secrets, I think? Or is it? I think it's Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, it's Chamber of Secrets, right? If you've seen Chamber of Secrets, watch it in the film. You'll get it. It's just, it's on HBO Max right now. Just go to if you have HBO Max, just go to the end of it. There you go. Let's watch that little clip. You'll get it. You'll get it. But yeah, super cool. I think it is awesome too, because a lot of Derek's story really is about continuing to get knocked down, but like it says, always rises. So that's pretty cool. So that means next year we'll get a Batman colorway, because why do we fall, Bruce? We can learn to pick ourselves back up. But we'll just let that happen in its time. Let that happen in its time. So thank you guys for watching this video. It threw off what I had planned for today. Today was going to be another Rose 9, but I don't care. It's a Rose 11. Like, are y'all gonna trip? If you trip, then that's. I appreciate you rocking with the concept, but it's a Rose 11. Like, y'all complaining? So yes, come back tomorrow for some less exciting reviews. Because I'll just be honest, anything you guys want to talk about mainly is the Rose 11s right now. But hey, challenge will end, but then the new Rose 11s will be coming out soon. So until then, guys, peace. Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. It really does me a great deal of help and service. Thank you guys as well too. Today, I think is officially I hit 4,300 subscribers. My subscriber count doesn't grow like it used to, but I'm always appreciative when it does. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.